football here in the Midwest as we are at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri.
Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 40. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. A good pickup there of 22. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line. He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Chargers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The Chiefs had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards, the final tally.
Herbert.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 15.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Running right through it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Mahomes now to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
Finding room at midfield. Down the right sideline.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 60.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another 1st down. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Thanks to Frank Clark, that play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now it's Herbert. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And some room to roam that. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how... On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Play action. It's Herbert. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, rather look at the defense. They came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
108 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A nice little juke. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Always got some breathing room.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side,
and my goodness, another interception.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
It'll be a gain of just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got Burton here. And some room to work. The fullback comes through with a big play there. 44 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. He'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chargers get a bit closer. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Hey, 43, 15.
Now here's Mahomes.
Quickly to Kelsey.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out, they'll try to increase the pressure.
Finding room at midfield, and they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
But ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football. And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
That's going to be caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Finding room at midfield, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got room. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Herbert. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Herbert now. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Sky Moore with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Throwing, Herbert.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Mahomes going to throw it here.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
It's caught inside the 25. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Mahomes now to throw. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. In motion, the tight end, Kelce. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th.
Hey, Ridley.
Mahomes will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert. And my goodness, another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez Scantling.